let's move to the point 12. අපි ඊළඟ point එකට යමු. Right. Point 12. Closure. In an informal letter, we are writing the closure as you are loving. අපි letter එකක් ඉවරන කරනකොට ලියනවානේ. You are loving, you are beloved, with love, loving කියලා your name. You have to write your name. But in a formal letter, the closure should be yours faithfully. එවනට අපි formal letter එකක you are loving එහෙම ලියන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ලියන්න ඕන yours කියලා faithfully. And your name and signature and your designation. If you are having a designation එකක් තියෙනවා නම් within brackets you have to write your designation also. එහෙම නැත්නම් your name and your signature. So point 13, we write to our friends and family members, people we know well. At the beginning also I told the point. In an informal letter, we write to our friends and to our family members and people we know well. So we send informal letters to these people. And when we are writing formal letters, we write formal letters to strangers. අපි දැකලා නැහැ අඳුරන්නේ නැති අයට. සමහර වෙලාවට දැකලා තියෙනවා අඳුරන්නේ නැහැ. No, but we have no connections. And workplaces, sometimes we have to write formal letters to companies. Like that. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට managers, right, or directors, like that we have to write letters, or a principal, like that, something official. And number 14, uses contractions. It means in an informal letter we can use contractions. Don't, මොනවාද contractions කියන්නේ? දැන් අපි short form එකෙන් ලියන්නේ don't, haven't, didn't, will not කියන එකත් අපි short කරාම won't කියලා ලියනවා. WON apostrophe T, won't, hasn't, we call them contractions. So in informal letters we use contractions, but in formal letters we don't do contractions. We have to write longer words. දිග වචනේ ලියන්න ඕන. කොහොමද? Did not, do not, have not, has not, will not, should not, must not, like that we have to write the longer words in formal letters. And point 15, idioms are used. අපි idioms use කරනවා අපි රූඩි කියලා කියන්නේ සිංහලේ. We use idioms in informal letters. Informal letters වල. Examples තියෙනවා old as the hills කියනවා අපි එක එක terms අපි එක එක දේවල් වලට කියනවා ඒ වගේ දේවල්. See eye to eye. සමහර ලාට කියනවා මම මේක හොඳින් හරි නරකින් හරි කරනවා කියලා සමහර. I'll do it by hook or it by crook කියලා කියනවා. So we use them in our informal letters. But we can't use idioms in the formal letters. අපි idioms use කරන්නේ නැහැ formal letter එකකදී. We don't use idioms in formal letters. So point 16, phrasal verbs are used. Phrasal verbs. What are the phrasal verbs? Find out, go out, look after, බලා ගන්නවා. ඒවෙන් meaning එකක් දෙනවා. So we use phrasal verbs in our informal letters. But we don't use phrasal verbs in formal letters. So instead of go up, අපි go up කියලා කියන එක වෙනුවට formal letter එකකදී use කරනවා increase කියන වචනේ. ඉහළ යනවා කියලානේ කියන්නේ. So we use increase, not go up in formal letters. Formal letter එකකදී අපි phrasal verbs use කරන්නේ නැහැ කියන්නේ අපිට go up, find out ඒවා දාන්න බෑ. අපි ඒ වෙනුවට ඒකට අදාළ ඊළඟ ඒකට ගැලපෙන වචන ලියන්න ඕනේ. So we have to write increase instead of go up. So instead of find out කියන එක වෙනුවටත් අපි ලියන්න ඕන in a formal letter එකකදී නම් discover ඒකට match වෙන වචනේ අපි ලියන්න ඕන similar word එක. And point 17, imperative without a subject in an informal letter we have to write commands. දැන් අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් I am interested in the picture postcards. So please send me if your father is in a foreign country or if your mother is in a foreign country. So you can ask, send me like that. Or give it if you are talking about the book, read it like that. You can do commands. The commanding should be done in informal letters. Informal letters වලදී commandings වෙනවා. එතකොට send it, give it, read it වගේ දේවල් අපි කියනවා. But in an official letter එකක් කියන්නේ දැන් මොකද්ද මම කිව්වා? Formal letter එකක්. එතකොට formal letter එකකදී අපි ගොඩක් polite වෙන්න ඕන. ආචාරශීලීව තමයි මේ letter එක ලියන්නේ. We should be more polite and we should use more polite sentences. So for example, we have to write, will you give me a date? Like that we can write, right? Now I have already finished discussing about two types of formal and informal letters. So I am going to give you some models of some letters. So firstly I discussed with you about informal letters. මම මුලින්ම දැන් informal letters ගැන ඔයාලත් එක්ක discuss කරේ. දැන් ඒ හින්දා මම දෙනවා model එකක්. Informal letter එකක model එක. So go through the question. A model of an informal letter. Go through the question. Write a letter to your uncle who is in India about an educational trip you went recently. ළඟදී ගිය education trip එකක් ගැන ඔයගොල්ලෝ අංකල්ට ලියන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට ඒක informal letter එකක්. Use about 150 words. So when you are writing your letter, you should include these points. මේවා තමයි include කරන්න ඕන. When and where you went, with whom you went, what you saw, any interesting experience, right? So this is the question. So when you are writing the question, you have to base on the given points. දීලා තියෙන points ගැන තමයි අපි ඒකට අදාළව අපි අපේ letter එක adjust කරගන්න ඕන. So this is an informal letter. මේක තමයි අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා කියපු question එකට ගැලපෙන informal letter එක. Number 80, that is the address, Main Street, Gampaha. If you want, you can write on your left corner your name, right? So Sri Lanka, because you are writing the country's name, because your uncle is in India. වෙන රටක එක්කෙනෙකුට ලියන්නේ හින්දා ලියන්න පුළුවන් country එක. 2nd of March 2020, like that, dear uncle. So when you are writing an informal letter, you can talk anything you feel. ඕන දෙයක් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. You have the license, you have the permission to talk anything, because that is an informal letter. How are you getting on? So you are asking about him and you are talking about yourself with your uncle. We are keeping well, like that. How is auntie? Anything, you can gossip. Gossip කරන්න පුළුවන් informal letter එකකට. Thank you for the picture postcards. මම අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වේ. Like that. Send me. ඒ වගේ ඒවට අපිට මේ වගේ ඒවාත් use කරන්න. I like the one which has a picture of Taj Mahal because uncle is in India. So he has sent Nilesh. some picture postcards. So he likes Taj Mahal. By the way, ඔන්න ඔය ලියන විදිහ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන. By the way, එහෙම ඒක නෙමෙයි අපි කියන්නේ. ඒක නෙමෙයි. By the way, uncle, we went on an educational trip to Anuradhapura last week. So he is talking about the trip he went. All the grade 11 students of our school participated in it. So we went with our class teachers. We left the school from 3 buses at about 6 in the morning. So he is talking about the private things that he did about his educational trip. We had our breakfast at Kurunegala. We could reach Anuradhapura by 10 a.m. Like that, he is talking about his trip. First, we visited the sacred Jayashree Mahabodhi. So in an informal letter, everything can be mentioned. Then our history teacher explained us everything. Then we visited the ancient places like the Ruwanweli Saya, the Samadhi statue, the Abhayagiri, etc. Right? Because this is an informal letter. So when you are writing an informal letter also, you have to separate the paragraph. So when you are talking about something new, then you can write it as a new paragraph. We had, so again, he is talking about the lunch that he had. So you have to write it in a new paragraph. We had our lunch near the Basavakkulama Vavu. I felt very proud of my forefathers. When I saw the huge tent, some of us went on a boat ride. So he is talking about the things he did, his interested things. It was an interesting experience. Eka hari rasavat experience එකක් වුණා. Uncle, we visited the Mihintalawa too. So he is telling the places he went more. It was my first visit. So he enjoyed it a lot and he is talking about the trip with uncle. Right? Well, I think this is enough for now. I will write you more later. Then later you have to write those things when you are concluding. Concluding a letter. Please convey my best regards to auntie. I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. That is the closure. May the triple gems bless you. Your loving son, Nilesh. So that is a type of an informal letter. So I am giving you a homework. 2, 3, 4. There are 3 more questions. So you have to write letters at home because you are having a very long vacation. You have time. So you have to write 3 more informal letters on these 3 questions. මේ දීලා තියෙන questions 3 ඔගොල්ලෝ jot down කරගෙන ඔගොල්ලෝ මේ questions 3ට letters 3ක් ගෙදරදී ලියන්න. This is a homework. Imagine your class organized a visit to the elders' home in your area recently. Write a letter to a friend describing your visit. So you have to write a letter to your friend. And write a letter to a friend describing the college English day. Include details such as the program, the chief guest and your participation in it. Right? So that is the second question that you have to do. You have to include the details about that program. Next one, number 4. Write a letter to one of your friends in a foreign country describing your last birthday party. So you have a pen friend in a foreign country. Imagine like that, right? Or anyone who met when you were visiting a place like Anuradhapura or Sigiri or anywhere, you met a foreigner. So you made friends with him. ඔයාලා friend වුණා. එතකොට එයාගේ address එක දීලා එයාගේ letter එකක් දෙනවා. ඒ වගේ මොකක් හරි හිතලා you have to write a letter. So this is as homework. So again I am moving to the next. So this I am giving you 4 questions regarding formal letters. So these 4 types of questions are based on formal letters. So as homework, you have to write letters. You have to write formal letters. Formal letters make it on these 4 questions. මේ ප්‍රශ්න 4 jot down කරා. මේ 4 ගැන එතකොට ලියන්න ඕන formal letters 4ක්. එතකොට informal letters 3යි, formal letters 4යි, ඔක්කොම letters 7ක් ලියන්න ඕන ගෙදරදී. So those are your homework, right? Question number 1. Write to the Commissioner of Police about the grant for an appointment as sub-inspector. So you have to write to the Commissioner of Police. Imagine you have any designation. You are a secretary or somebody like that, and imagine, and you can write a letter to the Commissioner of Police. Number 2, write to the editor of a newspaper on reckless driving. There are people who are driving very carelessly. So you can write to the editor of a newspaper. As a passenger also you can write. ඔයාලා පාරේ ගිය එක්කෙනෙක් මෙහෙම එකක් දැක්කා. එහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඕන විදිහක ලියු හැකියි. As a complaint, එක complaint එකක් නේතකොට නේද කරන්නේ කෙනෙක් ගැන. Right? Write a letter to the chancellor of the university to get permission to get 3 months leave for a sickness. So imagine you are a lecturer. Imagine you are an assistant lecturer of the university. And you are sick. You have to do a surgery or something like that. You have a very tough sickness. So you have to write a letter to the chancellor of the university. Chancellor of the university. To get permission to get 3 months leave. මාස 3ක් එක දිගට leave ගන්න ඕන නම් permission ගන්න ඕන. So you have to write such a letter, right? Number 4. Write a letter of complaint about the bank officer. You should write this letter to the manager of the particular bank. So there are some people who are not friendly with customers. Some people are scolding and they don't know how to talk, how to correspond with the customer. So you can complain. You can make a complaint. ඒ වගේ දෙයක් ගැන අපිට කතා කරලා ලියන්න පුළුවන් බැංක් මැනේජර්ට හරි ඒ වගේ කෙනෙකුට එක්කෝ මොකක් හරි රීජනල් මැනේජර් කෙනෙකුට එක්කෝ DGM ට GM ට බැංක් එකේ චෙයාමන්ට ඒ වගේ ඕන කෙනෙකු ගැන ලියන්න පුළුවන් මම දැන් letter to the manager of the particular bank කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ හින්දා ඔයාලා දැන් මේ letter එක මැනේජර්ට ලියන්න ඒ උනාට ඕන එහෙම include කරලා තිබ්බේ නැත්නම් ඒකේ head වෙන ඕන කෙනෙකුට ලියන්න. Right? So these 7 questions are for your homework. But I have already prepared some models for formal letters. දැන් මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා informal letter එකක model එකක් කිව්වා. දැන් මම formal letters කීප එක models ටිකක් ඔයාලත් එක්ක discuss කරනවා, right? Formal letter of resignation. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Anyone can respond. Formal letter of resignation කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? මට කවුරු හරි කියන්න. Nobody is responding. කියන්නකො කවුරු හරි. දැන් ජොබ් එකක් කරන තැනකින් අයින් වෙන්න ඕන වෙලා. අස් වෙන්න. So we call it resignation. So එක පාට අයින් වෙන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. You have to inform. So that is such a letter. ඒ වගේ letter එකක් තමයි මේ. Now go through the question. You are working as an accounts clerk in an auditing firm. You want to resign to further studies. Write a letter of resignation. දැන් මේ resignation letter එක තමයි මේ ලියන්නේ. දැන් ඔයාලට කවදාද හරි එහෙම එකක් කරගන්න ඕන වුණොත් මේ වගේ letter එකක් ලියන්න වෙනවා. Right? On the left corner, on the left top corner, you have to write the name, your name. Kavindi Pereira තමයි ලියන්නේ. So Kavindi Pereira 39, that is her address, St. Benedict Lane, Wattala. 3rd of January 2020, that is the date that she is writing the letter. She is writing to the director, Ernst & Young Audit Firm. That is the name of the audit firm. This is the address, right? Ernst & Young Audit Firm, Town Hall, Colombo. Dear sir, so this is the topic, the subject, resignation from the post of accounts clerk. That is the heading, that is the subject. So next, that is the letter body. Then මේ ලියන කරුණු ටික තමයි letter body එක. I am writing to tender my resignation from the above mentioned position. මම මේ position එකෙන් මේ post එකෙන් අයින් වෙන්නයි යන්නේ. With our firm effective from 15th March 2019. මේ කාලේ නම් මම වැඩ කළා, right? As stated in the conditions of my contract, she is working for a contract basis. එයා contract basis වැඩ කරන කෙනෙක්. One company on 28 June 2020. එතකොට when she wants to leave, එයා මාසයකට කලින් inform කරන්න ඕන අයින් වෙනවා කියලා. So that is said here. So when is she going to resign? එයා resign වෙන්න යන්නේ කවද්ද? On 28 June. That is, the date is also given. When you are writing such a letter, you have to include all those things. So the reason is what? එයා අයින් වෙන්නේ ඇයි? For my further studies. එයාට මොනවා හරි තව education field එකේ දේවල් කරගන්න ඕන. වැඩිපුර අධ්‍යාපනය. masters කරන්න හරි PhD කරන්න හරි මොනවට හරි අයින් වෙනවා. Right? Thanking you, yours faithfully, Kavini Pereira. ඔන්න මේක මං කිව්වා මුලින්ම formal letter එකකදී designation එක දාන්න ඕන. She is having a designation. So she wrote it, accounts clerk within brackets. Like that. ඊළඟ එකත් බලගන්න. මෙතන date එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ අලුත් date එකක් කියලා හිතන්න. මෙතන ටිකක් පරණ past paper එකක එකක්. ඒ හින්දා මේ 2010 කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Imagine 2020 or like that, 2019 or like that, right? P. Alda Silva, that is the address given here. Human Resource Manager, this is regarding an application, a job application. So this is also a formal letter. Formal letter of application. He wants to apply for a job. So Human Resource Manager, that is the receiver's address, ABC Private Limited, number 1845 Union Place, Colombo 2, that is the receiver's address. And that this is the salutation, dear sir or madam. And this is the title, the subject, application for the post of anything you can write. මම blank එකක් තිබ්බා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන එකක් දාගන්න පුළුවන්. මොන post එකද කියලා. So with reference to the advertisement which appeared on the Sunday Observer, දැන් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි Observer එකෙන් Times එකෙන් තමයි advertisements දැනගන්නේ. So you have to write like that. Or Ikman.dot, anything you can write because you have access to the internet nowadays, right? On 27th August 2000, make a 19 karaganda langa eka, calling up applications for the above post. I wish to submit my curriculum with a CV. Attached here with for your consideration. So she is he is a male one. No? He is sending the CV with it. As you can appraise from the CV, my qualifications and experience would probably make me a potential candidate for your vacancy. It means that he is having suitable qualifications. That is what he is saying for the above mentioned title, for the above mentioned post. He is having enough qualifications. In the event of being chosen to be a member of your staff, I undertake to perform the duties entrusted to me. That is the end. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Then like that, yours faithfully the name. He is not having a designation still. So he wrote his name like that. Then let's move to another letter. A check has to be stopped only where there is some good reason for it, such as fraud. Ordering a journal. So he wants to order a journal. So that is the situation. It should be the heading that is within brackets to emphasize the idea to you. ඔගොල්ලන්ට idea එක ගොඩක් පැහැදිලි කරන්න ඕන හින්දා heading එක උඩ දාලා තිනවා ordering a journal කියලා. එතකොට ඒකම තමයි topic එකට ඒක දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ. වෙන එකක් දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ, right? ඕකට match වෙන්න ඕන හැබැයි. Number 54, Askiriya Road, Gampaha. 1st of January 2020, that is the date writing. The receiver's address is here. The business manager, employment news, Havelock Avenue, Colombo 5. That is the receiver's address because it is related to a journal, related to newspapers. That's why. So ordering a journal is the topic. Firstly, they have to write the salutation. Salutation එක ලියන්න ඕන ඉස්සෙල්ලා. Dear sir. He knows the master is a male one. ඒ හින්දා කෙලින්ම sir කියලා දාලා තියෙනවා. Right? The topic is here. Ordering a journal. Then this is the beginning of the letter. I enclose a draft for 250 rupees. He has enclosed a draft. He has paid or reserved for 250 rupees for 1 year subscription. It is for an advertisement subscription. He has reserved 250 rupees to a journal, employment news, right? That is the name. Kindly arrange to put this order into effect immediately. So it is a kind of request. Requesting. It is a kind of request regarded to these types of formal letters. Kindly arrange to put this order into effect immediately. So he thinks, so that I may receive the next issue, thank you. So he is expecting the response. I said you, මම මුලින් කිව්වා මේ වගේ formal letter එකකදී letter එක යවන කෙනාගේ responses මොන වගේද කියන එක ඇඟවෙන්න මොනවා හරි අන්තිමට ලියන්න ඕනේ. Closure එකේදී ලියන්න ඕන අරයාගේ responses මොන වගේ වෙයිද කියලා ඔයාලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා කියලා. ඒතර ඒ වගේ saying එකක් තමයි මෙතන කියන්නේ. So that I may receive the next issue. Thank you. That is the closure. Yours faithfully, Sudesh Pereira. Right? Now move to the questions I gave you. Question number 1. Formal letters. I will give you some details. Take the first one because I asked you to do these types of formal letters at home as homework. So I'll give you only some points. So here when you are writing to the Commissioner of Police, you have to write, he wants an appointment, that you want an appointment. Then ask him to reserve a date and a time. As sub-inspector, you want to be a sub-inspector. Then ask him a convenient time and a date to reserve for the appointment. Ask for an appointment. Right? How are you going to begin? Firstly, you have to write your name and address, your private address. Then after that, likewise, you have to write the date. Then dear sir or dear madam, like that. As you don't know whether he is a male or a female. Then the topic, you have to write the topic, heading it. So the topic should be relevant to this. to appoint as sub-inspector කියලා දැම්ම නම් හරියි. Anything which is matching to the given question. Then dear sir or dear madam කියලා මුලින් පටන් ගත්තා. ඊට පස්සේ topic එක දැම්මා. Then you have to talk about what you have to say. Right? So in the second letter, this one, how are you going to write? Because I am discussing these questions. I don't know whether you are having questions. So ඔයාලට දැන් මේක ලියන්න ගියාම මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙයි කියලා තමයි මම points ටිකක් දෙන්නේ. මම මේ කියපු points ඇතුළත් කරලා ලියන්න. Right. Write to the editor of a newspaper. දැන් මෙතන තියෙන newspaper editor කෙනෙක් on reckless driving. Now firstly, you have to write your name and your address on your top left hand corner and write the date and dear sir or dear madam. Then the topic. What should be the topic? Make topic එක මොකක් වෙයිද? Somebody from 11F or E. දැන් මට ගිය සැරේ lesson එකේ D එකේම තමයි respond කළේ. මට දැන් මේ අද E F දෙකෙන් කවුරු හරි respond කරන්න. Write to the editor of a newspaper on reckless driving. දැන් මේකේ topic එක මොකක්ද වෙන්න ඕන? When you are writing, what should be the topic? Regarding a reckless driving. Echo on reckless driving. ඒ වගේ මොකක් හරි දාන්න. So you can write what happened. When I was walking on the road or when I was driving my vehicle, I saw somebody was driving a jeep or a van or a bus or any vehicle with the number. You can write in your letter the number which was included in the number plate. ඒ වාහනේ number plate එකේ number එක දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. එතකොට තව හොඳයිනේ. Then he could be caught. Well, ඉක්මනින් අහු වෙනවා යාව එතකොට. complaint එක මෙයාටම කියලා අහු වෙනවා. So when you are writing like that, you can write the number of the vehicle and the time that you saw this reckless driving, and you can write a description. You can write a description about the way he drove his vehicle. Yeah, කොහොමද මේ vehicle එක drive කළේ? Some people were about to knock down. මිනිස්සු හැප්පෙන්න ගියා. ඒ වගේ දේවල් කියන්න ඕනේ. Like that, you can imagine how speed he drove his vehicle, like that. And after that, the closure, and say thank you. Or before saying thank you, you can say I expect you will respond this, like that. Okay, I expect you will publish this. කියන එක නේ කියන්නේ. මෙයාට වෙන action එකක් ගන්න බෑ. මේ newspaper editor කෙනෙකුට නේ ලියන්නේ. ඒකට මෙයා මේ action එක ගන්නවා කියන්නේ he will publish it exactly this article, right? And the closure. So you have to write your name and your address. No, not the address, your designation. If you are the job that you are doing, or it is not needed. If you ignore it, write only your name and your signature. ඒව ඕනෙත් නැහැ. ඔයාලගේ නමයි signature එකයි දාන්න. And here, question number 3. Write a letter to the chancellor of the university to get permission to get 3 months leave for a sickness. එතකොට sickness එකකට leave ගන්නවා. Imagine you are an assistant lecturer of the university. එතකොට කොහොමද මේක ලියන්නේ? On your top left corner, you have to write your name and your personal address and the date that you are writing the letter. And dear sir, if the chancellor is female, right? If the chancellor is female, you can write madam. And you can write as the topic, requesting permission to get 3 months leave. That should be the topic. ඔය විදිහට ලියන්න ඕන. බොරුවට අහගෙන ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. Requesting permission to get 3 months leave. That should be the topic. තව topic එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් කොහොමද? To get 3 months leave. එහෙමත් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. එක්ක regarding 3 months leave. එහෙම මොකක් හරි mention එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ. Then after that you can write the content. You can write the reason. As I have to, ඒ වගේ ඔයාලා පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ. As I have to complete my master's degree. Or as I have to complete my PhD program. Sorry. Here, this one not for the, this is for sicknesses. Sorry, this is for sicknesses. So you are having a sickness. You are going under a surgery. Having a studies වෙනකොට අපි මේවා කරේ මේක sickness එකක්. දැන් ඔයාලා එතකොට surgery එකක් කරන්න යනවා. හරි? So you are going for a surgery and you have to admit in the hospital, and after the surgery you have to get rest. You have to take leave, get leaves. ඒ වගේ ඔයාලට leaves ගන්න වෙනවා. ඒ හින්දා 3 months end වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා ලියන්න ඕනේ. So I can't come for work for 3 months as I am undergoing for a surgery. Or if you can mention the disease, ලෙඩේ mention කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. Anything you can mention, right? So this one, question number 4. Write a letter of complaint about the bank officer. You should write this letter to the manager of the particular bank. Here, as you are a customer, you went to a bank. You can mention the bank's name also, doesn't matter, because you want to do this as and that as a complaint. Also, you have to write the name of the bank. So on the top left corner, you have to write your name and your personal address and the date. And after that, the salutation. The salutation is as dear sir or dear madam, like that. And what should be the heading here?